Today on the channel, we're back at with another Top 5 2025 countdown, and today we're counting down my Top 5 wrestling tag team retro figures of 2025.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again, counting down the best of 2025 in action figures. And today we got something a little interesting, a little different than past years. We're doing a top 5 wrestling countdown, but this time it's going to be tag teams of the retro wrestling variety. Now, when I say retro wrestling, I'm talking your grapplers and gimmicks, I'm talking your heels and faces, I'm talking your KWK, your figure collections, your Mat Maniacs, your Epic Toys, and all points in between. I'm talking the Hasbro style wrestling figures. Now, I was thinking about doing a all-encompassing countdown, but it felt weird splitting up tag teams for the retro. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a single wrestlers countdown, which will be to come on the channel, and a top 5 tag teams on the channel here today. Love tag teams, especially going back to the Hasbro days, and very fun to get some of the Legends retros in tag team form here in 2025 as well. A lot of good figures, and the retro line, probably the hardest line to judge this year because retro overload is a thing. Dare I say maybe too many retro figures in 2025, so making it one of the hardest countdowns to do. The single one going to be even harder to do, but we'll do it. We got to do it. We got to celebrate the best of the best. Like a young movie in the 80s, like a young Eric Roberts once upon a time, right? Todd McFarlane, something like that. But we're going to do this video, and we're going to do this countdown like we do all the other ones on the channel. We're going to start at number 5, work our way to number 1. Number 1 being my absolute favorite retro tag team of 2025. Going to ask you guys to put your list together, put it in the comments down below, because guess what? Your list 100% right, my list 100% right. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Let's start it off at number 5. We begin the countdown at number 5, but in a huge plot twist, an early plot twist, we have a tie for number 5. I could not make my mind up between these two, so I said, you know what? We're going to call it a tie. And for the first part of number 5, we got a special band to play them in. You guessed it, Striper, which means only one thing. It is Epic Toys. It is the Killer Bees with their soft goods masks, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, B. Brian Blair, playing all the hits here today from Epic Toys. And dare I say, Epic Toys could be one of the sleeper retro lines. Don't give us a ton of figures, but the ones they give are very good quality and a lot of performers that we really wish we had in the Hasbro day and 2025. And the Killer Bees, a lot of fun right here. Now we got a re-release basically with a twist coming in 2026. So we'll see how those fare next year. But I do think these look really, really nice, and I really like these ones. Wanted to call them out here at number 5, but they share the number 5 spot with another team, which we've had before. And if there was ever a definition of constant learning, constant improvement, this would be it. We're going to grapplers and gimmicks. We're going to the Godwins. Now, this was part of a 3-pack, but we're going to do these two because it's the tag team officially. But throw Hillbilly Jim in if you want to as well. But the Godwins here, like I said, constant learning, constant improvement, way better than the first releases by Grapplers and Gimmicks. I think they really stepped up their quality on this one. And I know Mitch over there really wanted to redo these. He finally got them done for the end of 2025. And I would say extremely solid right here. So we got a shared spot at the number 5 spot. We roll on into the number 4 selection. And number 4, could I say possibly the most underrated tag team of all time? Maybe not that far, but definitely an underrated tag team that I wish would have had more of a longer run in the WWF once upon a time. We did get them in tag team form and I guess solo form, but I do prefer this one here. This one came to us from Zombie Sailor Toys Heels and Faces line. It is Hercules. It is Paul Roma. Very cool tag team back in the day, managed by Slick, as we do know. Man, oh man, I wish I had these back in the Hasbro days to feud with the Rockers. Hercules and Paul Roma, 2 single stars. Hercules a little bit bigger of a star, coming together. Truly the power and the glory. One of the greatest tag team moves of all time. Absolutely stoked to get these guys in the Zombie Sailor line. Would love to see them in his Pinnacle line in the future. We'll see where that goes. But I do prefer the black here. I do prefer the outfits on this one between the ones in the white. Pick them really for most people. But I had to have this one in the countdown coming in at number 4. We've hit the halfway point in the countdown. You got your list together. Put it in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel as we celebrate the best in action figures each and every single day. But here we are at number 3 from another one of those sleeper toy lines that kind of came out of left field, but so far really enjoying their figures. It'll be a true test in 2026 as we see a lot of similarities between all their figures, which I think could turn some people off. However, where we're at right now, I'm really enjoying what we've had, and I'm going to continue to enjoy what we have, I think, into 2026 by the looks of things. But coming in at number 3, 2 brothers named Rick and Scott. It is the Steiner brothers. Matt Maniacs line. Now, I can see some people not having them on their list because they're very stylized, dare I say, very cartoony-like, but these are a lot better than I anticipated them to be. I've enjoyed so far everything we got from the Matt Maniacs line so far. Be very interesting, as I said, where they go in 2026, as I can understand maybe people getting sick of the cartoony style, and there is a lot of reuse in this line. Now, we get a lot of reuse in a lot of toy lines, but we seemingly get a lot in this line as well, which I guess is par of the course, as we know. But Rick and Steiner, 2 of my absolute favorite performers, one of my favorite tag teams of all time. Happy to get them in any wrestling figure line, especially the retro line. They come in at number 3. Getting dangerously close to the top spot. We're at the number 2 selection, and this one came out of left field of how good it actually was. We got 2 versions of this tag team, but I prefer this version here, as we have seen this outfit this year from basically every single toy line that's been made since they did debut in action figure lines. This time we're going to figure collections. We're going to one of the another brother tag teams in the Hardys, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy figure collection line. Now we got 2 different sets, as we did talk about, but this is the one I prefer. This goes back to the Jakks Classic Superstars days, the Mattel days. Very cool to get these. We even got Bone Cruncher versions from figure collections this year, but these 2 look absolutely amazing. Almost the perfect retros for what the Hardy Boys were this time frame. Probably the most iconic gear for the Hardy Boys for me as well. Helps this one along, helps this one all the way to number 2, but that means there can only be one. What is my number 1 retro tag team set of 2025? Well, stay tuned. All right, we've hit the top spot. Once again, get your list together, put it in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video. Always helps the channel when you thumbs up the videos. You guys know that by now, but here we are, the top spot, the number 1 tag team of 2025. Now, I'm extremely biased here because this is my absolute favorite tag team of all time. I've loved this tag team since the moment I laid eyes on them to this moment right now. So these guys were hitting pretty hard already. But once again, I really love these figures. Now, we saw this company represented already once in this list. Now we're seeing it again. We're going to Hawk. We're going to Animal. We're going to the Matt Maniacs line. This blew me away. Just almost the perfect figures once again. The removable shoulder pads. Just the very cool look to these 2. Just big, beefy figures. That's Hawk. That's Animal. Absolutely love this one, and this would be the sleeper set of the year and the most surprising set of the year because I didn't expect to like these as much as I did like these. Absolutely love this Hawk and Animal. I'm going to be very interested to see where Matt Maniacs goes in 2026 with all their different tag teams that we have. Very fun. I like what they're doing. It's just going to be interesting how they do the constant learning, constant improvement that we've seen with some of these other lines as we move into next year. But man, very tough to beat here with the Road Warriors, the Legion of Doom, and we get a little bit of a repaint coming next year. We'll see how those fare about a year from now, so stay tuned for that as well. But Hawk and Animal, Matt Maniacs take the number 1 spot for my retro tag team of the year. So there it is. What's your list look like? Once again, stick it in the comments down below. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Don't forget Patreon, YouTube channel memberships for even more content. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast each and every Tuesday, The Kyle Peterson Show. Join me and Angie each and every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found. with video cast on YouTube. So for the top 5 retro tag teams of 2025, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?